Welcome to Breaking Bread's weekly watch list. I hope everyone had a profitable week. If you did not, then next week you will. You just got to keep pushing yourself, creating those winning habits, and you'll be okay. But quitting is not an option, so keep your head up. Keep your head up. Now, before we get into this watch list, I do want to go over that my Breaking Bread's graduates program is now available. I do have 3 different programs. First one is the undergraduates program. This is if you've never traded any asset before, then this is the category, the program that you will fall under. Now, some of the things that we are going to be discussing in this program are candle anatomy, which we're going to use that information to help us learn price action. Now, this class does meet twice a week for 9 live classes on Zoom. Again, twice a week, 9 live classes on Zoom. Next program is the bachelor's program. Now, this is for the seasoned trader. This is for the person that's ready to slide over to the future side, already got a futures account, or even if you don't, I do provide the information on how you set up that futures account. But some of the things that we will be discussing in this program are my 3 favorite setups and how I use fib extensions and fib retracement levels to help me find my 3 favorite setups. Now, this class does meet twice a week for 7 live Zoom classes. Twice a week, 7 live Zoom classes. So if you're a seasoned trader, still need some guidance, then that's the program from you. And last but not least is my master's program. Now, this is for the trader who wants to learn about fib extensions and retracements and may still have some mental hurdles that they need to get over. Now, this one will meet for 4 live Zoom classes. 4 live Zoom classes twice a week. Recordings are provided for all the classes weekly. So if you can't make a class, the recording will be given to you. So if you're ready to learn and just trade with just price and fibs and with a clear mind, then click the link in the description of this video and go ahead and apply for one of the graduates programs that best fits you. Class does begin in June. It does begin in June. But if you're ready to break bread, then go ahead and sign up. All right, so let's get to the charts. Let's look at some of the things I'm looking at this week. Let's start off with the earnings calendar, see what earnings I'm looking to play the reaction to. I'm definitely going to play one of these earnings, though, because I just have to always. All right, so some of the things I'm looking at Palantir, of course. Oh, Tyson Chicken. I love Tyson Chicken. Disney is the one I'm actually going to play. I just love playing Disney. That's my baby. So, Disney, I'm definitely playing that earnings. Datadog, Celsius. Sympathy for Celsius would be Pepsi. If you like that one, I do like the way Celsius move. But I might play Pepsi as a sympathy. We shall see. Shop, I like Shop, Affirm. Could be running for their earnings. I don't know. I might touch that one. I don't know. We do have Beyond Meat, Airbnb, Roblox. Plug is not even funny for me anymore. But, if you like Plug, go ahead. Mara, of course. If you don't want to play Mara, you can play Sympathy of Riot. Their earnings on Thursday. That's about it on the earnings calendar. So, like I always say, keep in mind, any tickets that you're playing, make sure they're not a sympathy for something that actually has earnings, or make sure the ticket that you're playing doesn't have earnings, unless you really want to play it. All right, so now let's look at the red folders we do have this week. It's a light week, so hopefully we get some good movement. All right, so we have no news Monday and Tuesday. We do have red news on Thursday at 8:30 and 101 on Thursday. And then we have red news folder at 10 a.m. in the morning. So be mindful when you're in these plays on these days when this news is coming out that the market can be affected and your play can be affected. So just keep that in mind. Like I said, Monday and Tuesday we don't have any red news. Hopefully we get some good movement, but Monday and Tuesday are normally retracement days. So we shall see. We shall see. All right, so let's look at the charts at some of the plays that I'm looking at. All right, so before I get into my watch list, I do want to go over a play that I took this week, which is Costco's. I've been talking about Costco for a cool minute now. I just been playing with inside my 78 range, looking for a breakout on one side of the ranges, and it finally broke out. When I talked about this the last video, well, 2 videos ago, it was down here. I said it had made a higher low, so I'm looking to take it to the upside of the range. The last video I talked about it, it was this day here, so I was looking to take this to the upside. But this is just an example of just keeping your eye on the play. You know where it's going to go or where it should go, a high probability where it should go. So just keeping an eye on this play. Because on this day is where I talked about it last session, and you can see for 3 days straight, it pulled to the downside. But like I say in my 50-50 video and my retrace video, if price never closed below the week 50, I'm keeping an eye on it because I'm looking to get in at a discount to take this back up to the upside. And that's exactly what I did on this play. I got in this at the 720 strike, and as you can see, price closed up here at 743.90. So this is just an example of just trusting your plays. Let it finish what it's going to do. Don't let the market rock you to sleep. Because this definitely pushed down, but it closed above the week 50. It pushed down, but closed above the week 50. It pushed down, closed the week 50. It held this level. This little shelf that it created here, it held this. So I was definitely looking to take this back up to the upside, which it gave. And I'm still holding this. I still got 2 more weeks on this one. But I'm looking to take it to this gap fill up here. Let's see what happens. But that's what I'm looking for. But it's just an example again of keeping your eye on the play. If you feel so strongly about a play, just keep an eye on it. It's going to give it to you. Don't let the market rock you to sleep. All right, so the first one I'm looking at this week is DraftKings. All right, so DraftKings, what do we have here? DraftKings, we are inside on the quarter. We are sitting inside on the month, forming a shooter. Currently, we are fell to up on the week, and we are fell to up on a day. And let's change this to the 4-hour. We are sitting 2 down on the 4-hour. This one I'll be looking to take this one entry on the day time frame, but I'm looking at for this to complete the compound on the day. So below 41.48, I'll look to take this to the week's low of 41.03, which will make that a 2-2 ref on the week, and then we're going to look to attack the 39.04, which will make this a 2-2 continuation on the month, and we'll see what price does there. I would love for price to pull back to the week's 50%, which is aligned with my previous month 50% here at 43.39. I would love for price to pull back up here just so I can get in at a discount to take this back to the downside. Long as price doesn't close above the week and month 50%, I'm okay with that. But if it does, then I'm just going to go ahead and move on to the next play because I like this play better to the downside than the upside, but it's nothing for price to get above this previous month 50% and take this to the upside of the range of 45.80 here, which would make that a 2-2 on the week, and then that would make that shooter no longer on the month. But I like this play better to the downside. We shall see. They did have earnings this last week, so let's see if this one will continue dropping to the downside. All right, the next one I like is Hershey. HSY. Hershey also had earnings last week. This is currently sitting as a fail 2 on the quarter. Fail 2 down on the quarter. We are inside on the month. We are 2 up on the week. We are outside day chart, and we are sitting inside on the 4-hour. I'm looking for price to get above this 199.11 and then head to this 201.22 on the month, which will make that a 2-2 ref on the month. But you know, I love for price to pull back. I don't like really getting in at the top. So let's see where this week's 50% is. So I would love for price to pull back to the 192 area. Turn this off real quick. Let's see what this day 50% is, because I'm not sure if that's it. Yeah, that's it. All right, so yeah, so I would love for price to at minimum pull back to the previous day 50%. If it breaks through that 192.95, I would love for it to hold that level. Does not close below that level to take this back up to the upside. Break through this range at the 199.11 and take it to the highs. But again, you definitely can take this play back to the downside if you would like. I'm favoring the upside, and that's the only way I'm gonna take it is to the upside. So we'll see what price does. But you definitely can play it. It's nothing for price to break through. The previous day 50, the previous month 50%, previous week 50%, and just keep dropping. There's nothing to it. But you gotta be in the car to find out. But my car is to the upside, but we shall see with Hershey. All right, so that's the option side. Let's slide over to the future side. I'm going to start off with the VIX like always. See what the VIX is trying to tell us. I say if the VIX is going down, then ES and NQ should be going up. If the VIX is going up, then NQ and ES should be going down. But we play what we see. This is just one of the ways we try to see what the market is telling us. All right, so on the quarter, the VIX is currently a fail 2 up. It looks to be trying to form a shooter on the quarter. Currently, we are 2 down here? We are 2 down on the month. We are 2 down on the week. We are 2 down on the day. And we're definitely 2 down on the 4 hour. We do have a gap below and above on the VIX. But I'm looking to see if price wants to continue down on the VIX to fill this gap that it has here, which closes at 1305, which would put us outside, well, beyond outside on the quarter, if I'm not mistaken. Let me make sure. No, okay, 1235 would put us outside on the quarter. So I want to see if we get down to the bottom of this gap at 1305. If it does break through that, then of course we're going to play it to the the quarter low of 1235. If it doesn't want to give that and it want to bounce to the upside, once it gets into this gap, the 50% level of this gap is 1330. So the price can definitely get to that 50% area and head back up to the upside. If it does that, the NQ and ES should pull back just a little bit. So since the VIX is laying it down, the NQ and ES should be telling us it's going up. So let's check that out. Let's change this chart to blink. All right, so ES, we are currently a failed 2 up on the quarter. We are sitting inside on the month. We are 2 up on the week. We are 2 up on the day. And let's change this to the hour. We are sitting 2 up on the hour. I still have my fibs and my fib extensions on from Friday because price is still respecting those levels. When price starts to disrespect it, then I'll redraw them. But look how serious, man. Look, the broad information, my fib extension is rejected right off of this level. If you want to learn about these extensions, I'm recommending you join that fib extension course. But yeah, so I'm looking for price to get above 51.61 on Sunday. Go ahead and take out this high of 51.66, which would make us a 2-2 continuation on the week. And then my next target is 51.80. If it wants to give that. If it doesn't and it wants to pull back, like I say, Monday and Tuesday are normally retracement days, then these are my targets to the downside. Below 51.53. Next target is 51.51. Previous month 50% is here. My previous day is actually aligned within the supply zone that was created on Friday. I would love for price to get down here and bounce and take this back up to the upside. But we shall see what price does at the previous month, 50%. Then the next target is 51.40. And then, like I said, 51.33. Previous day, 50%. So that's what I'm looking for on ES. on Sunday, see which way it wants to go, and that's how we'll play it. No bias there. ATR is good enough for us to eat both ways. Next is NQ. NQ is a little different story on the quarter. We are still sitting inside on the quarter. We are inside on the month. We are 2 up on the week. We are 2 up on the day and on the hour. Let's go in here. On the hour, this is what we got. Is a 2 up. Again, with that fib extension with the 50% level. Rejected right off of that and dropped. But again, these are my fibs from Friday. Until price disrespects them, they stay on my chart. But to the upside, I'm looking for price to get above 0.27. And we're going to look to take this to the high of the week, 0.50, which would make this a 2-2 continuation to the upside. Next target will be the 50% area here. And then if it breaks through that, then we're looking to take it to this area here. Be mindful this is a strong area because the green line is my extension, but the 78.6 is a fed from the higher time frames. So this is definitely a strong area. So keep that in mind. But like I said, Monday, Tuesday are normally retracement days. So this may retrace to my white 50% here, which is my previous day 50%. See what price does there. This one also did create a supply zone here. So it looks take this back to the upside if it wants to get into this shaded area. Again, we do have a gap on NQ to the bottom. On ES, we do have a gap to the bottom and to the upside. But NQ, we definitely have a gap to the downside. So it can definitely come back down here and tap into it and pull out. Or it can go ahead and fill it. Play what we see. Like I said, the ATR is good enough for us to eat both ways. So don't limit yourself. Don't limit yourself. So that's what I'm looking for on the future side this week. But that is the end of the watch list. We have come to the end. I hope this information in this video, anything, I hope it helps you this week to be the profitable trader that you're trying to become. If you have any questions, feel free to DM me or you can drop it in the comment section of this video. But until next time, I thank you guys for breaking bread with me. You guys stay blessed.